Welcome to the final episode of this series of looking at Primatek colors. We are down to one color left, and that is going to be the Black Tourmaline Genuine. Daniel Smith writes about Black Tourmaline as can be as dark as night or as pale as a wispy fog. This intriguing Primatek color is made from a semi-precious stone thought to bring luck, dispel negativity, and promote clarity of purpose. In washes, especially on rough paper, it displays exciting granulation with delicate settling and a trace of spidery runs. Intense black and matte tone, it lets down a beautiful warm pearl grey. So that's pretty good description of what the color does and how it behaves. So that's a really nice description to end this series on. It is a series 3 color, classified as excellent in light fastness, transparent, non-staining and granulating. Welcome back. The paints have dried and this is Black Tourmaline. My first impression is, my gosh, it's very similar to the hematite and the bloodstone that we've already looked at. So let's have a look at all three of them together. This is Black Tourmaline, this is bloodstone, and this is hematite. They're all pretty much black granulating color. Out of the three, it's noticeable that bloodstone is a little bit more redder than the other two, and that hematite is a little bit more warm. So Black Tourmaline is the most neutralized, coolest color out of these three. Looking at other colors from Daniel Smith, I would say that Black Tourmaline is a combination between Lunar Black and Zoisite Genuine. It has the dark granulation is the Lunar Black color, and then this nice soft grey color is very similar to the Zoisite Genuine. As for other brands, this is the Holbein, and I would say that the color is closer to Ivory Black, but as always the Ivory Black by Holbein is non-granulating, whereas Black Tourmaline is heavily granulating. In terms of gradation, it gradates very well. You get a matte tone here, then you get the strong black granulation appearing again through the middle, and then you get this lovely soft grey right at the end. You get a very interesting texture on the hot press paper with Black Tourmaline. I love this texture, it is gorgeous, and I can totally see this paint being very useful when you are doing very dark stormy looks, and to add it to other colors as well to make everything look more dark and heavy. You definitely see most texture from this color on the cold press and hot press, and a little bit on the rough, but surprisingly you don't get that much granulation here where it's light, and that's because the granulation particles stop round the middle and it doesn't carry through to the very pale color. Interestingly, you get barely any granulation happening on arch cold press paper. In terms of opacity, it's transparent, and I would agree with that. Even if there was, I wouldn't be able to see anything because it's black on black. Lifting wise, it's classified as non-staining, and I would definitely agree with that. If you remember with the Bloodstone Genuine, this is also classified as non-staining, and I said I would put it as low staining, and that's because of this kind of thing. This is almost back to white, whereas this definitely still have a tinge of that pinkness to it. In terms of glazing, not the best glazer in the world. You can definitely see the light outline of the second layer where the bottom layer's pigments have lifted. In terms of gauzing, I think this is a beautiful gauzing color. It's really nice to get this really dark black color happening, as well as this softer kind of gray happening. And then I love the color of the very pale, soft, slightly warm gray that's happening in the background. Black tourmaline doesn't really react to salt at all, although, can I just say, this kind of reminds me of a snake skin. So if you're looking for that kind of rough texture, and then this might be an interesting option for you. In terms of wet in wet, it does move relatively well. You can see this one moved quite a lot. So if you like your color to move fast in your water, then this is a decent choice. Whereas if you don't want that, then maybe avoid the black tourmaline. And finally, as for the color mixes, it's pretty similar story to the previous two episodes of the hematite and the bloodstone. You get a little bit more muted color with a heavy dark gray to black granulation. And I would say that with black tourmaline, you get a more dark gray granulation rather than gray to black. So it is a softer kind of granulation. So what do I think of this color? As I said with the bloodstone, I think the black tourmaline, the bloodstone, the hematite and the lunar black are pretty similar, and you can definitely recreate this look and the looks of the other two with lunar black with a slight hint of whatever temperature it needs to be. And black tourmaline is a series 3 color, whereas lunar black is series 1. So I would definitely recommend giving the lunar black a go first, and if that doesn't give you a good enough replication, then maybe consider buying the black Primatek colors. It is, however, a very easy to handle paint in that it's very good at gradating and it lifts very well and it gauzes well. So I'm definitely not against this color at all, and I will definitely be using this interchangeably with lunar black to use up the tube. And I would definitely consider using this instead of the lunar black if I happen to not have any lunar black in the studio. So what do you think of this color? Do you like this color? Do you know any big difference between black tourmaline and the lunar black that I haven't pointed out? If so, please do let me know in the comments down below. This is the final episode of the Primatek series. We have covered all the Primatek colors that Daniel Smith has. Thank you so much for coming along on this long journey. It's been so much fun looking at these Primatek colors. They are so beautiful and the granulation is just gorgeous. I've really enjoyed sharing my test sheets with you guys and also reading about your experiences with all these colors, because you guys are so experienced and you have so much knowledge. So thank you so much for your contribution to this series. I hope you enjoyed this series. If so, do give it a thumbs up. As always, high-res scans are available over on my Patreon, patreon.com/Oto Kano, and I will be seeing you in another series. Bye!